welcome to Charter Chat. I'm here with
Josiah Murphy from Just Peachy Frozen Yogurt.
Sweet, and
Rachel.
Sweet, and we're here with Charter Chat, and we're gonna be sorry about that, interviewing him today and seeing what Just Peachy's like, how it is working there, and what the business is like. So we're gonna have some questions for you.
All right.
First one: how long have you been working at Just Peachy Frozen Yogurt?
Well, that's interesting because we have a store up in Burlington, Burlington, Washington. That's our original store. We've been there for coming up on 4 years, actually. In June, we'll have been open there for 4 years. And then just 7 months ago, we opened a store in Smoky Point area, the Lakewood Crossing of North Marysville. And
is that yeah, that's the one right by like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I was actually the first employee hired at the original Burlington location, and then when we opened this new store, then I just kind of transferred down here, became the general manager of both Just Peachy's, although I mostly work down here in Marysville.
Are you closer? Do you live closer to this one?
Yeah, I actually moved down here when we opened down here too.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Do you know how long you're gonna plan on working there for, or?
Well, you know, that's interesting. I'm the manager now, so it's a more like kind of stable job than when I was just an employee there. But it's really kind of a good thing when you find an employer who respects hard work and really pays attention, likes to be like involved with his employees, and getting to like he likes rewarding hard work and dedication. And so it's when you find an employer like that, it's really difficult to move on unless you have to like geographically relocate or something like that. Like there's not enough that can be said for having an employer that respects his employees.
Yeah.
So as long as it works out for where I am in my life, then I'll stay there, I think.
Do you enjoy working there?
I love it.
You do?
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, I get free frozen yogurt for one thing, but then you know, in a lot of jobs you'll get people come in who are just having a bad day, right? People have bad days, but here someone comes in with a bad day and they get frozen yogurt, right? And so I see a lot of days turn around from being bad days to being good days because they just got like exactly what they want.
Yeah. What kind of like flavors do you go for if you're like going on your break and you're about to like get some frozen yogurt? You
know, we do seasonal flavors. Like you know, in the fall we'll do like pumpkin and apple pie, and in the winter we'll do peppermint stick, and we just had Irish mint for St. Patty's Day and stuff. So those are always fun. I like to, you know, freshen things up with that, but I always go, my fallback is a combo of pomegranate raspberry sorbet and original tart yogurt. And it's just really tart, really fresh. You can add tons of fruit into it, and it just really flows and meshes really well.
Yeah, I know at not Just Peachy, but the blueberry one, like in Marysville.
Yeah.
I got a, what was it, cake batter or something, and then
cake batter is actually the most popular flavor. You'd think something like vanilla would be, but cake batter will go with anything.
I put it with blackberry
absolutely anything.
Something.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, put absolutely anything with it, and it's a little bit, has more character than vanilla.
You guys also have that at Just Peachy?
Yeah, it's a staple.
Okay,
like,
always is.
We always have that one there.
Yeah.
So how many different flavors would you say are at the?
We have 12 flavors, and we guarantee that 2 of those will be a sorbet. And now a sorbet is not a yogurt. It's a dairy-free kind of like syrup thing that dispenses just like the yogurt, but it's dairy-free. And so at any given time, we'll have 10 yogurts and 2 non-dairy sorbets.
Sorbet is like, do those flavors also like change up? Do you guys only have 2 flavors?
Yeah, we'll change those up. we like to keep the pomegranate raspberry because, well, for one thing, I love it, and I get to make the decision. But it's also just a really popular flavor. Then we'll almost always have the chocolate fudge, but little insider tip here: we're switching to a pineapple soft serve. That's just really fantastic. They like have it at Disneyland. You might have, if you've ever gone there.
I've been there when I was like
it's a big thing that they have there. Anyway, so same stuff. We're getting it in, and so that's going to be fun.
What are your favorite toppings also?
Favorite toppings? A lot of it depends on
Like
what you
what?
get,
Mhm.
you know. But I mean, Reese's are always really good. I love mixing those in. But if I'm honest, the fresh fruit. I mean, we have 5 different types of fresh fruit there, and just, I mean, you can't beat it.
Raspberries are like really good, and what else? Like pineapple, blackberries. You guys have those there?
Yep, we have
Huge
blackberries.
ones?
Oh, yeah, enormous blackberries
Yeah.
depending on the season, and then blueberries. Every now and then we'll get huge ones too.
Sometimes I forgot what candy it was, but I put them on. I think it was gummy bears, but they just get super hard. Like
Any of the gummies will definitely get really hard in
it's
there.
like super impossible to eat.
We have this weird. It's a Japanese rice cake called mochi.
I've heard of that.
And they're really cool. The best thing about them is they're kind of like gummy, but if you put them in the yogurt, they don't get hard, and so you maintain that texture that's you miss if you get a gummy.
Oh, okay. What's your like go-to topping on like whatever, like what's your favorite? I forgot. It was
The original tart and pomegranate raspberry.
What do you normally put on that?
Well, mostly the fresh fruit, but we also have like, let me see really quick. Don't want to exaggerate. We have 10 sauces that you can add onto it.
Is that like including like caramel, like chocolate?
Right, that type of stuff. And like 10 sauces and then some hot fudge too, and the caramel is heated as well. But those I like to use those. I mean, you can just like slather them on there and it tastes really good. I like to like design like patterns on it and stuff.
Yeah, like gourmet chefs and
right,
stuff.
exactly. You know, gourmet frozen yogurt.
Yeah. Do you guys have a lot of toppings?
We have over 70 toppings.
Over 70?
Actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
And I think currently we're right at 79, so I can almost say we have 80 toppings. But I think we're right at 79 right now.
Are you guys gonna go for an 80th?
I'm trying to get one more. The topping bar limits you in how much you can put in it. But
Is it hard to like think of another one? Because I'm sure you have like almost every topping you can think of, huh?
Space is limiting actually, and so if we had more space, I think a cereal would be a great way to go. We have granola right now, but I'm really
Like
pushing
Fruity Pebbles or something?
Yes, exactly. I'm really pushing to get that in there.
That'd be good actually.
Yeah.
That'd be good with like just like vanilla or
Anything.
something. Yeah. What's your most unique seasonal flavor that you would have to say you've had?
Well, I don't think we can get it anymore. We had one time where we tried maple bacon donut, frozen yogurt, and admittedly, I couldn't really taste the bacon. It just tasted like a maple bar, but they advertised it as a maple bacon donut. That one was bizarre. I don't think they actually make that anymore. We get all of our yogurt from Yo Cream. And Yo Cream, they're just really good and consistent. They make really good quality product. And the thing we like most about Yo Cream, other than like their variety of flavors, and they have a great variety, is their live culture count, because yogurt is live. It has our yogurt has 5 different types of bacteria in it. And that's great if you're ever on antibiotics. Doctor will, subscribe probiotics to like rejuvenate in your stomach, and our yogurt counts as that. It's actually it has 10 times the national standard for live culture, and so that's one of the reasons we love Yo Cream.
Sweet. Well, we're not gonna like end the show, but we're gonna wrap it up. Head to a segment real quick. It's called April Fools.
All right.
So we'll go to
Thanks.
that real quick.
Oh, it's April Fool's. Yep. Time to go look for some victims. I've been waiting 364 days for this. Victim 1. Hey, Celine.
Hi.
I think you look really fabulous today.
Aw, thanks. I took an extra like 15 minutes.
April Fool's, Celine! Ha! Hey Ryan, since you're like really smart, you think you can help me with this?
Oh yeah, sure. I can help you.
April Fools, bro! Woo! Josh, you are the best April Fooler in the whole world, bro. April Fools!
I got you.
Hi, welcome back to Charger Chat. We're here with
Josiah Murphy.
Josiah and my co-host.
Rachel.
And we're going to go on to a different topic real quick. We're going to be talking, or I guess it's a kind of a similar topic. It's just talking about the segment. So that was about April Fools. What did you think about it? I don't know if you got to like see it.
Yeah, I was watching it there. Without the audio, I wasn't able to tell really what was going on, except he died at the end.
Yeah, I don't know if he. I don't
April
even know.
Fools.
Yeah. I think he was just like really scared or something.
Okay.
All right, but yeah. So going on like another like thing about frozen yogurt. What is your opinion on frozen yogurt versus ice cream?
Frozen yogurt versus ice cream. Well, okay. So a lot of people say like, frozen yogurt. Oh, it's healthy. Well, it's healthy for a snack, and they're both snacks. Let's get that out there right now. that it is a treat. It's a dessert, and so when people are saying it's healthy, it's usually by comparison, right? And what I was mentioning before about the probiotics, those are really healthy for you, but you are eating a treat to get it, right? And so a good, decently sized cup of frozen yogurt is going to be healthy for you with those probiotics. But another great thing about frozen yogurt is it's naturally non-fat. And so if you're doing any the cake batter is going to be low fat because the cake batter base that they're adding into the yogurt is going to have a little bit of fat in it. So that'll be a low fat yogurt instead of a non-fat yogurt. But starting out, they're all non-fat. What you'll find with an ice cream, if you want to go non-fat, you're removing a lot of flavor to get to that. And so with the yogurt, you're starting out non-fat and you're going up from there, right? Where in ice cream, you're actually you have to remove a ton of cream and stuff to make it non-fat. And so if you're going just taste straight across the board, I am gonna say full fat ice cream is gonna taste better. Personally, I think that. I know a lot of people who don't. A lot of people will say that they prefer the taste of frozen yogurt over ice cream, hands down. I don't. I like my ice cream, but then you weigh out all the health benefits compared to the ice cream. And like for a treat, you can't beat it. You know?
Yeah. Also, like I don't know. I feel like frozen yogurt has like a lot crazier flavors and more flavors too.
Yeah. You know, unless you're getting like ice cream from, you know, if you go to a place, Snow Goose Produce up in Mount Vernon. If you ever go up there for the Tulip Festival, I recommend them. They have hard serve ice cream that tons of variety and flavors there, and it's great. I love it. But this is a soft serve yogurt that you can throw the toppings in. Really, really highly customizable.
I've never had a like what I don't know what's it called, like just normal ice cream in a tub. What kind of ice cream's that?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. So hard serve ice cream is where you scoop
Yeah.
it out, right?
Okay. I've never had frozen yogurt like that. Do they?
I think you might be able to get that at like Baskin Robbins. I think they have some yogurt that's hard serve
Okay.
like that. I don't know.
I wonder how that'd be. I
It
don't
seems
know.
a little bit bizarre to me, but
Yeah. I like
yeah,
the texture of like the.
yeah, it
yogurt.
seems like soft serve would be the way to go with yogurt.
So during the different seasons, do you have like specific flavors you like for like summer and?
Yeah, you know, just with what people are thinking when they're coming in there on something like, you know, the 4th of July, you might have people thinking more like a root beer float, and so we'll get a root beer float ice cream. We have like lemonade sorbets that we'll bring in the summer and stuff, because you really just want, you know, when someone's craving a lemonade, and they come in there and they're like, oh, strawberry lemonade frozen yogurt, you know, then we love having what people expect there. You know, when everyone's advertising pumpkin spice lattes, we're gonna have pumpkin yogurt. You know, and there are some times of the year that it's not specific. Like there isn't anything really specific about this time of year. I mean, we just passed St. Paddy's Day, so we had Irish mint then. But other than that, there's not anything super specific right now. But we try to match the season.
Yeah.
With the yogurt.
Going back to toppings real quick, is there any other toppings that you guys like offer that like not other frozen yogurt businesses might?
Well, we offer quite a variety of boba. Boba are really interesting. They're juice-filled tapioca pearls. But when you think of tapioca, you think of like the little tiny ones. Boba are big, and so you can actually bite on them and pop. They're like juice poppers.
Yeah, I don't care for them too much.
Yeah.
I like the tea and stuff.
Yeah, we always have, you know, we have people sample them, and we always have the reaction, oh, that's weird, and then either it's weird and good, or it's weird and bad. But everyone thinks they're weird, and you know they're super fun to try out. And we have 3 flavors of those, where usually you'll find 1 or 2. So that's a good one. We also have, you know, a lot of fresh fruit, like I've already mentioned. I keep going back to that because I love it. But we have just a crazy amount of variety. We have chocolate-covered espresso beans. We have the mochi, like I mentioned, and then you know we don't use knockoff brands. We use like Oreos and like real
Okay,
Oreos.
use,
We
like,
use
Kirkland
real
or-
Butterfingers. We use, you know, real Heath bars, stuff
Mhm.
like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there like a certain age you have to be to work?
Well, we kind of have 16 be the cutoff. Just it's practical because that's usually the age that people can get their own transportation to come to work, and that's a pretty big deal. We are a bit limited because we stay open past 8. You know, it's 9:30 now with spring hours, and when you have someone working past 8, then state law requires that you have at least one person who's 18 or older working at the same time, and so that does limit us a little bit. So we have to hire enough 18-year-olds to be able to cover the nighttime shifts. But I mean, we love hiring 16 and up.
Is it normally just like 2 people working at the store at a time? Like
Yeah, usually they're able to handle it. On weekends, we'll have 3 people working because we get, you know, super busy. On charity nights, we'll have 3 people working. Charity nights are Wednesday nights where we host a local nonprofit, and give them 1/3 of every sale that we do. So it's not 1/3 of like the proceeds, but 1/3 of actual gross sales. And actually, just last night we hosted Marysville Arts and Tech, the grad night for them, and raised like $200. And we alternate back and forth between the Lakewood store, the Lakewood Crossing store, and the Burlington store. So instead of being every Wednesday, we have it every other Wednesday, and then every other
Different
Wednesday.
stores.
Yeah, we stagger it like that.
How long have you guys been doing that?
We've been doing that since we opened, actually. Like,
Okay.
I think it was 2 weeks after we opened the Burlington store, we started the first one, and we've been doing it for, 4 years since then. Raised over $20,000 for local charities. So.
Sweet. How did you guys you guys have the scale or whatever to weigh the yogurt?
Right.
Do you guys ever have like deals on that? Like, if it's over like a certain weight or something, you get a deal.
Yeah, we have a weight of the day, actually. We put a random weight on the board, and if you hit it dead on, you get it free. And so we'll do that every weekday, and that's pretty fun. Usually people who try for it don't get it. Just random people will hit it, But every now and then you have someone who feels really good about their yogurt, and they hit it, and it's super exciting.
Yeah. Jumping up
and it's usually like a $6 yogurt or something that they're getting free. So
yeah, because it's normally like pretty heavy, huh?
Right.
Do you guys ever like put like 1 point whatever it is?
No.
What does it weigh in?
It weighs. It's
Ounces?
accurate to ounces.
Yeah.
So it's accurate to the nearest 20th of an ounce, and so it's difficult to hit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we do that, and we also offer a ton of discounts. We have a happy hour discount that goes from 1 to not 1 to 2. Sorry, it goes from opening, which is currently noon, goes from opening to 2 every weekday. And so it's tough to hit when you're in school, but in the summer, we continue doing that happy hour, and all the way to 2, we do 20% off. It's a huge discount. We also do a military and a senior discount, the 15% off. We do emergency response personnel, like paramedics and police officers and firefighters, 10% off for them. Anyway, so yeah, throw a bunch of those in there, and anyone can get a punch card too. Punch card is buy 10 get 1 free, and that's up to 10 ounces, which is a good, decently sized yogurt. That's a $5 yogurt.
Yeah.
For free.
What happens if you like get your free yogurt at the same time you win or like you guess the weight of the day?
We've had people who have actually we had 3 people come through, like in a group. They're all paying together. 2 of them hit the weight of the day, and they had a free yogurt, and so all 3 of them got their yogurts
awesome.
completely free.
Pretty
It was
cool.
pretty great. Yeah.
You were probably bumming all day. You're like,
No, I mean, it's exciting seeing something like that happen.
it's not like, yeah, I guess you're not losing much money.
They had obviously paid for 10 yogurts already, so it was just exciting to see. Doesn't happen much.
So do you see a lot of regulars there?
Yeah, they're the people that you start recognizing. Eventually introduce yourself. They sit down, and while you're wiping down tables and stuff, you chat with them. And when I moved down to this store, I actually I miss a lot of the regulars from Burlington. That I would see, multiple times a week, and whenever I get a chance to go back up there, then I'll usually see them, and we'll catch up a bit. But already starting to get some regulars down here that have been great to be able to start getting to know.
Sweet. All right. Well, we're gonna go to a quick segment again.
Okay.
So we'll start with some questions right after it.
Thank you.
Honey, I love you so much. We've been through the best and the worst together. I love you. Wow, you're just so gorgeous. Gosh, I love you so much. Wow, you're so gorgeous. Dang, I've never seen that angle before. I like it. I love you, babe. You're the world to me. Welcome back to Charger Chat. I'm here with these people again. So yeah, we just watched another segment. That was about, I guess the segment was called Love Yourself, and it was starring me. What'd you think about that one?
Who clearly did love yourself very much in that.
Yeah.
It's great.
Going back to the Burlington store, do you work there at all anymore? Like, do you go up there?
Yeah, I make it up there for charity nights because high energy, really fun. But then I also do the ordering for the yogurts, making sure we have the right yogurts there. We like to have it consistent between the two stores. So what we have in one store, you'll find in the other store. The punch cards, gift cards work at both stores. So it's nice to be able to have the guarantee, I really love this flavor, and then go up to the other store and find it there too.
Is just Peachy like a Washington-based company? Or
These are the only two.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. In Burlington, the owner Brad Teeter, he just opened up a frozen yogurt shop, and it was a huge success. We don't have any other ones up in Burlington, so there was kind of a deficit in the market there. So that we just he just jumped in and took that, and then he looked down here, and there weren't any down here at the time, and so he opened one up down here then too, and so these are the only two stores, and it's privately owned. The owner is in both stores nearly every day, just a cool family-owned business, It's fun to be part of.
Yeah, are the stores laid out the same too, same format, I guess?
Really similar principle. We set it up to have as good of a flow as we could. So there's a good directional flow to the store. The one in Burlington, you'll see a few differences there. There are a few things. The store down south is more narrow, but they have a similar layout. There are a few things we learned from the first store that we were able to implement in the second one.
Were you friends with the owner before he opened it, or did you know him before?
Funny thing, I was actually remodeling the store. It was a GameStop. The first store was a GameStop, and I was remodeling it into a frozen yogurt shop. I had never been into a frozen yogurt shop, and I was just working construction, but my construction job was kind of falling through, and I was like, hey Brad, you looking for someone who you can trust, who you've worked with before maybe to start working here, and so he hired me on just as a regular employee, and a year later I was a manager. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you know, I know since you didn't really open up the store, but do you know the process of getting a business like that?
Yeah, you have to do a lease and figure out where you're going to get your product from and stuff, but a lot of it comes down to getting licenses and stuff, and we found that in Burlington it was a lot more difficult to get a lot easier to get licenses than down here, and that's really interesting actually, that when we were putting the shop in down here, we had to get, I think it was 11 different licenses. That's a building license, a business license, electrical permit, plumbing permit. There were so many of them that it put us behind about 6 months on opening the store. It was just really difficult. And then we were chatting with the people from Blueberry, and they got hit even harder than we did. It was actually really difficult to open, and it was interesting. It seemed like it was set in place to hold back small business, and it just seemed like a lot of really unnecessary legislation that makes it difficult for small business to open.
Yeah, I remember like Blueberry was supposed to open like a really long time. I don't know like about really long, but I heard about it, and there was like posters like in the store before it was open though, and I don't know. It took like 5 months for it to finally open.
Yeah, when we opened in Burlington, it was we got the lease, and 3 months later we were open. In Lakewood, we got the lease, and it was 10 months later we were open.
Oh, jeez.
It was just crazy. All the red tape that they threw up around us. It seems like the county's just really like trying to make it easier for big businesses and difficult for small businesses. Anyway, so I mean that's something to consider as you are moving out of high school, to consider like, legislation is a big thing that you have an effect on. Like it's an election year, we're looking at presidential election, but looking at small town legislation, just county legislation, that's something you can have a huge effect on if you take the time to look over the bills that they're trying to pass, and just really consider just on the county level. Presidential election gets a lot of media, and that's good and stuff, but you can have a huge effect in the local area when you vote on that.
All right. Thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure.
Thank you for all those answers.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna wrap the show up.
All right.
And end it.
Have a just peachy day.
It sucks we didn't get to show our segment. It was about just Peachy.
What?
Yeah, we never said.